What if I told you that the Christmas we know today, the lights, the tree, the carols, was not born in a manger in Bethlehem? What if the holiday we celebrate, brimming with joy and festive cheer, had secret ancient roots hidden in the shadows of occult rituals and forgotten traditions? Imagine for a moment that the true story of Christmas is a puzzle, a mystery that stretches back thousands of years, a story of forgotten gods, sacred rituals, and cosmic forces, a story of light and darkness, death and rebirth, carried on the winds of ancient pagan ceremonies and veiled in the esoteric language of the mystics. Now, before you dismiss this as just another conspiracy theory or ancient myth, consider this. What if the origins of Christmas were always tied to something greater than a simple religious story? What if, buried beneath layers of Christian tradition and festive cheer, there was something profoundly ancient, something cosmic that governed the very essence of the season? This is where the story of Christmas truly begins, not with a manger, not with a star, but with the winter solstice, the day when the earth is darkest, coldest, and most distant from the sun. A day when humanity, for thousands of years, has celebrated the victory of light over darkness. This is where the occult origins of Christmas take root, a mysterious tradition older than the Christian calendar itself. The winter solstice, the heart of darkness date, is December 21st. The world is in the grip of winter, the days are short, and the nights stretch on endlessly. For ancient civilizations, this wasn't just a change in seasons. It was a battle between light and darkness. The winter solstice represented the death of the sun, but also its rebirth. For millennia, people across the globe gathered to honor this pivotal moment, marking it with rituals meant to ensure that the sun would return, bringing warmth and life to the earth once more. From the ancient Egyptians, who celebrated the rebirth of the sun god Ra, to the Romans who held the festival of Saturnalia, there were countless traditions focused on the cycle of death and rebirth that the solstice symbolized. The return of the sun was seen as a divine act of renewal, a cosmic victory over the darkness. But what does this have to do with Christmas? Everything. Long before the Christian church co-opted the date to celebrate the birth of Christ, the winter solstice was a time of mystical significance. The symbolism of the sun's rebirth, its rising after the longest night, was so powerful that early Christians could not ignore it. Instead of rejecting these ancient festivals, they adapted them. They transformed the old myths, the old rites, into something new. The result? Christmas, as we know it today, is not simply a Christian holiday. It is a mosaic of ancient beliefs, a blending of pagan, mystic, and religious traditions that have evolved over millennia. At its heart, Christmas is about the triumph of light over darkness, life over death, echoing the same themes celebrated by the ancients. One of the most enduring symbols of Christmas is the Christmas tree, a tradition that is almost universally associated with the holiday today. But this symbol, too, has deep occult and pagan roots, stretching far beyond Christian symbolism. The tree has long been regarded as a symbol of life, and in many ancient cultures, it was thought to be a gateway between the realms of the living and the divine. In Norse mythology, the Yggdrasil, or world tree, connected all the realms of existence. It was a sacred tree that upheld the universe, a living symbol of life, death, and rebirth. During the Yule season, which corresponds closely with the time of Christmas, Norse tribes would honor the sacred oak and other trees, bringing branches into their homes as symbols of life's eternal cycle. The Yule Log was another ancient symbol closely associated with the solstice. In medieval Europe, families would burn a massive log on the night of the winter solstice, symbolizing the sun's return. The Yule Log was often carefully chosen, sometimes carved with mystical symbols or inscribed with prayers for prosperity and protection. The ashes from the Yule Log were considered sacred and were sometimes kept as talismans for good luck. In a sense, both the tree and the log embody the same esoteric concept, that of life, death, and renewal. The Yule Log's slow-burning flames symbolized the sun's return, and the tree served as a connection to the cosmic forces that govern life itself. These ancient symbols, now part of Christmas tradition, reveal how intertwined the holiday is with cosmic and esoteric beliefs that date back long before Christianity. Perhaps one of the most fascinating and least known aspects of Christmas's occult roots lies in the figure of the sun god. The idea of a savior born at the time of the winter solstice is a theme that stretches across many ancient religions, and it predates Christ by centuries. One of the most notable examples is the ancient Roman cult of Sol Invictus, or the unconquered sun. Celebrated on December 25th, the festival of Sol Invictus marked the rebirth of the sun and was considered one of the most important holidays of the Roman Empire. In many ways, the birth of Sol Invictus was a symbol of divine power and renewal, much like the themes that would later be attributed to the birth of Christ. Another parallel can be found in the cult of Mithras, a Persian deity worshipped by Roman soldiers. Mithras was also born on December 25th, and his birth was said to occur in a cave, attended by shepherds, a strikingly similar narrative to that of Jesus. Mithras, like other ancient sun gods, symbolized light, life, and salvation. The Mithraic mysteries, with their secretive rites and initiations, played a significant role in the religious landscape of the Roman Empire and influenced the development of early Christianity. So, was Jesus' birth really a coincidence on December 25th? Or were early Christians simply aligning their narrative with these older, more powerful mythologies to give Christ the same cosmic significance as the sun gods? The esoteric significance of Christmas isn't limited to just its roots in the winter solstice or the rebirth of the sun. If we look closer, we find that many of the rituals and symbols associated with Christmas, the star, the lights, the gifts, carry deep occult meanings rooted in ancient mystical traditions. The Star of Bethlehem, for instance, is often seen as a celestial sign heralding the birth of Christ. But in ancient times, the star was a symbol of the divine, the guiding light of spiritual enlightenment. The star in occult and alchemical traditions often represents the inner light or the higher self, the illumination of the soul that guides the initiate on their journey to spiritual truth. Christmas lights strung around trees, homes, and streets symbolize the same mystical light that drives away darkness and evil. The act of decorating the tree and surrounding it with lights has a deep connection to the ancient rituals of honoring the sun's return. And then there's the act of gift-giving. While today we associate it with generosity and kindness, the exchange of gifts has ancient esoteric roots. In many ancient traditions, gifts were seen as offerings to the gods or as symbolic tokens of the exchange between the material and spiritual realms. In a way, the act of giving and receiving gifts during Christmas is a modern echo of these rituals, a way of reconnecting with the divine and with the mysteries of life. As we dig deeper into the origins of Christmas, it becomes clear that the holiday we celebrate today is much more than a commemoration of a religious event. Christmas is a living tapestry woven from the threads of ancient esoteric knowledge, mystical traditions, and cosmic symbolism that have shaped our understanding of life, death, and rebirth. From the winter solstice and the sun god to the sacred tree, the Yule Log, and the rituals of gift-giving, Christmas is not only a celebration of light overcoming darkness, but a reflection of humanity's eternal quest for meaning and transcendence. So the next time you celebrate Christmas, remember, you're not just participating in a holiday, you're partaking in a millennia-old tradition, a timeless dance between light and darkness, between life and death, that has transcended civilizations and endured for centuries. The Christmas you know and love is a mosaic of ancient mysteries, an occult celebration of the eternal cycle of rebirth.